Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about books that I'm giving away. Some of them that have been sitting on my shelf for 2+ years and I have no desire to read them at all. And books I have DNF'd and or did not like. And books I really like but it's time for them to find a new home and somebody else to enjoy them. So grab your drink of choice. I made some matcha. Look at my freaking cup. Isn't it so pretty? And let's chat. These are the books that I really enjoyed, but it's time for them to find a new home so somebody else could enjoy them. As you can see, they are like mostly from one genre. So let's get into them. The first series being A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I love this series so much. If you have not read this series, you are missing out. Especially the show on Netflix is done beautifully. In my opinion, is done like to the dot. In my opinion, is done beautifully, especially like it covers the whole story. The second book, Good Girl Bad Blood, is my favorite in this series. It was just so much to impact in the second book. The first book, it was like just finding out what's going on and like doing the actual what? The first book was just doing the actual investigation and like figuring out what's going on. But in the second book, there's so many twists happening. I finished it in literally 24 hours because I wanted to know what's going on. And I know it's YA, and YA is not my favorite genre because I'm about to be 28. It just feels weird reading YA to me. But this was done so beautifully and I loved it. And it's time for me to give it away so somebody else can enjoy it. Another series being The Housemaid and The Housemaid Secrets. I only have the first two books. The third book, I did not read it because I heard such bad reviews about it. Like, not even mixed reviews. Everybody was like, this was not necessary. So I did not bother reading it, to be honest. Because the first and second book are my absolute favorite. And in my head, I'm like, that story is done. I don't need anything more. Which is why I did not pick up the third book. So I know the movie is coming out soon, but I will still be giving away the series, and I'm not planning to read it anytime soon. And if I do, it's available on Kindle Unlimited. So it's time for somebody else to enjoy the series. And was the first thriller book I've ever picked, The Housemaid. This was the book that introduced me to my thriller fantasy. I love thrillers. It's my favorite genre ever because I want to keep reading and find out what happened in the book. I want to keep going on, like, and see the twist, which is why it's my favorite genre. Sometimes, like, some of the thrillers I read are super flat, which that's rare for me to happen because I do my research before I start the book. Yeah, I'm that invested. But a lot of them, they're like really, really good thrillers. I've read a lot so far, and this was the book that started it all. So it's a must. It's a must. Everybody should read it. It's a must. Jumping from thriller to horror, besides thriller, I love horror. I love being scared to death. I love being like, oh my gosh, if somebody's there, oh my gosh, if somebody's watching me. I love that feeling. And this book actually gave me that feeling. I mean, let me find something. Let me find a picture, I mean. Look at this. Are you freaking kidding me? That's just one picture. It starts with something like this. Are you ready? This is a child drawn this. A freaking child drawn this. This book was 5 stars for me. I love this so much. Only because this was creepy to me. Like, look at do you see that? Yes, this is how you do a horror book. This is like, give me the creepy stuff. I love this book so much. I also finished it within 2 days. The good thing about it is very different from other horror books I've read because there's a child involved. And the child, I'm like, is the child seeing the ghost or is he possessed? It made me question the whole time I'm reading, and I love that type of feeling. If you have not read Hidden Pictures, I highly, highly recommend it. I heard the pictures, it's available on Kindle Unlimited, and I heard the pictures on Kindle Unlimited are not available, and which is why I'm giving it away so somebody else can enjoy it. Lastly, the books I really enjoyed but I'm gonna give away is The Silent Patient. Now let me tell you, there's a lot of mixed reviews about this book and I don't know why. I gave it 4.5 stars. It was done beautifully because as somebody who has an undergrad in psychology and worked in a locked mental health facility, this was done to the dot. It was done, I'm like, oh my gosh, this was my life. This was my life. Somebody wrote about my life. I went through everything that was mentioned in the book, like how the patients acted, how they reacted, how they behaved, how, like, literally, like the smallest thing, like giving IMs, literally everything. I'm like, oh my gosh, I live this, which is why I gave it 4.5 stars, because it was so relatable. And I don't understand why. I mean, I see why, because of the ending. I did not see it coming at all. The twist, I was like, what? Uh, excuse me? Like, you should have held my hand when you told me that, because I was not ready. Which is why I highly recommend this book. And it is also, I want to say it's also on Kindle Unlimited. I would check for you and put it on the description. I'm not sure yet. I want to say yes. But I listened to it on audiobook and the audio was done so beautifully. I loved it. Highly recommend. So those are the books I really enjoyed, but I'm still gonna give away so somebody else can enjoy them. Let's talk about books I did not enjoy or DNF'd. Yeah. Here are the books I either DNF'd or did not enjoy, which means I should have DNF'd. But I didn't. I stuck through it. So let's talk about them. The first one being The Nanny. This is about single dad who hires a nanny who happens to be somebody he watches on. Was not expected because, like, she doesn't show her face in the video, but when he hired her, like, something starts to happen, and then he realized that's the nanny that's taking care of his kid. The whole book was pure smut. Pure smut. There's barely any plot to it, and it's, gosh, almost 400 pages. Almost 400 pages, pure smut. And somebody would enjoy that. Not me. Like, I love smut, but give me some plot with it. Like, I wanna read why you're doing this instead of you just, doing it. Maybe that's somebody's cup of tea. It was not mine because I prefer matcha, but which is why I'm giving it away. The second book that I'm gonna give away, this pains me. I know this is a lot of people's favorites. A lot of people's favorites. Not me. Love in Other Words. I'm not a fan of second chance romance. It's rare for me to like a book that is a second chance romance, because for me it's like, oh honey, you missed your chance. I'm not gonna give you a second one unless there's like a reason for me to forgive you. And this one was just, I don't know, like, it felt flat for me. There was no chemistry between the main and, I don't even remember where it is, but I'll remember there was a second chance romance, and the reason why they didn't work out the first time was super, like, not reasonable enough for me, which is why I did not like it. And I was suffering through the whole way book reading because it's going away. Another book that I'm gonna give away, this also pains me because if you know me, you know I love Jessa Hastings. I'm a die fan of Magnolia Park series. Like, I will, when I die and get buried, I want Magnolia Park series to be buried with me. That series. That's how much I love Jessa Hastings. Well, only that series. But she wrote Never. This is supposed to be a Peter Pan retelling. And let me tell you, something about me, besides liking Jessa Hastings and Magnolia Parks, I also love Peter Pan. Growing up, that was my favorite character ever. I still love Peter Pan. Like, every time I see something Peter Pan related, I get it. Which is why I got so hyped. I was like, oh, my favorite author wrote a Peter Pan retelling. I am so gonna pick this up. And guess what? She disappointed me. She disappointed me so bad. I was like, girl, no, that's how not you write a Peter Pan retelling. Absolutely not. Like, I just could not endure. I could not endure it anymore. But she did such a beautiful job about the cover. Look at it. Isn't it so freaking pretty? Which is why it's going away. Somebody might like it and be like, oh, I'm gonna pick it up because of the cover. Yeah. Maybe I should keep it because of the cover. Nah, I'll have somebody else enjoy the book. Another one that I'm giving away, Masters of Death. Now, when I tell you I was completely confused and I felt so dumb, I was like, maybe I'm the problem. Maybe I don't know how to read. Maybe because I'm trilingual and I'm not picking up what she's putting for me. But I've also like went on TikTok and was looking at reviews at it. Thank God it was not just me. Everybody was like, this writing is like so hard to follow because of her writing. It's hard to follow. So I was like, so it's not just me. I DNF'd it at 250 pages. 250. I was reading until 250. I was like, I don't understand what's going on. I don't understand what's going on. So I kept going. Maybe like, we'll pick it up. But no, ma'am, it did not. It never picked up. It never picked up. I was like, I cannot do this. And I got it as a Barnes & Noble exclusive edition because it's beautiful. And you ready? It's actually a beautiful book, which is why I got it. Look at this. Look at that. It's freaking stunning. These are the Masters of Death. Ma'am, you made me so confused. No. I think the back, there is more in the back. I didn't even notice the back. You guys ready? This is Olivia, the author. Look at this. Hello? Hello? This is perfection. This book is super pretty, but the writing was not it. And I was so sad because I really wanted to like it. You have no idea how bad I wanted to like this book. I don't think you understand. Not for me. No. Lastly, I also DNF'd this book and I got it because of the cover. I need to stop getting books because of the cover because I end up disappointed. Yeah, I end up very disappointed. Are you ready? Look at this. Look at this freaking edges. This is a Fade, Inked, and Blood. And I think the second one came out in March. I could be wrong. Or April. Something like that. And I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, let me pick it up so I can read the second book. 150 pages in. I was still confused. I don't know. Life is too short. I'm just gonna put it down. There's a lot of fantasies out there, romances out there that I want to read. So maybe I should have kept going. Maybe it would have gone better. I'm not sure, but I stopped at 100 pages. So if you read this book, let me know because I really had high hopes for it, especially like the main character. She's given a goddess, and that's why I picked it up. I was like, oh my gosh, she looks like a pet. She looks like a pet. That's why I wanted to read it so bad, but I did not enjoy it. So yeah, these are the books that I read and did not enjoy or DNF'd, and I'll be giving away. Have you read any of those? Let me know. Lastly, here are the books that I'll be giving away that I have not read yet and will never read. This is a disclaimer. This has nothing to do with the author or the book. It's just that within the past 2 years, my taste changed in reading and changed in reading like other books, which is why I will not be reading those. Just to put it out there. Only because my taste changed. That's it. The first one being It's a Date Again by Geneva Rose. Geneva is known for writing thrillers, and to be honest with you, I've not read any thrillers by her, but I'm planning on because she's such a cool person. If you follow her on TikTok, she is freaking hilarious. So I cannot wait to read like her thriller books. And I got this as a Christmas gift from a coworker. And the back is just something about a patient that losing her memory, and then 3 other people say I'm your boyfriend, I'm your boyfriend, I'm your boyfriend. So she dates all of them again to see which ones she actually likes. And that sounded appealing to me when I got it as a gift, but it's been sitting on my shelf, I could you now, for like 1.5 years now, and I have like no desire to pick it up and read it, even though it's super short. Another one I got as a Christmas gift from a coworker is 1,000 Boy Kiss. 1,000 Boy Kisses, sorry, not kissed. Also this cover is really pretty, I like it. I heard it's such a sad book. Such a sad book and it's super YA. Now, if I want to cry my eyes out, I just pick up a Kristen Hanna book because she never fails me. and also like she makes me feel some type of way. So if I'm reading a book that is making me cry, might as well make me feel something, not just cry. You know what I mean? I just heard super sad. And another one being The Cruel Prince. I only have the first book in this series, and also YA. If you know something about me, I'm not a YA girl unless there's like some type of maturity in the book, because it's so weird as somebody who's almost 28 read about somebody who is 17, like a decade younger than me. That's when I read a book, I want to relate to it, and that's not relatable to me. And I heard he has a tail. So if he had been with me, and if only I had told her, I should have stopped. Like, I don't do well with titles of books that long. Like, I just don't do well with it. Like, a whole sentence right there. Like, no, why can't we do it just one to two words? Like, this is excessive. I should have just stopped there. But also, this is the same as the last couple of books. It's super YA. I think the main characters are 17, 18, something like that. They're still in high school. I'm like, no. And I heard super sad as well. So the Barnes and Noble special edition. If only I had told her. It's super pretty, but I have not read them yet, and I have no desire to read this series at all. So I'll be giving it away for somebody to enjoy. Alrighty besties, that was all for me. When I give away those books, I hope somebody else will enjoy them, even the ones I did not enjoy. And if you have read any of those, please let me know down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye!